Damn. Well, what's good, Cousin Rat?
Cousin, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's good to see you on this fine Friday here.
Pleasure to be here.
You got the Tiger Reds, the Tiger Woods red shirt going on.
I'm rocking Tiger shirt.
He wears the red when he scores, you know.
Is that factual?
He wears the red on Sunday, but somebody else made that joke that they wear the red after the day that they score.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm looking, I got the red on today. We're feeling good.
We're feeling good. You scored a little bit last night in hockey, you'd say.
I was scoring a lot of goals last night in hockey, actually.
That's pretty crazy. Rat actually was telling me he plays hockey with a bunch of 12-year-olds. He just shows up at the park and, he just wrecks heads. He just goes in there.
All right. So I mean, I wouldn't say that's true at all.
I don't know. My neighbor, little John, down the road over there, told me Sammy been just knocking him into the boards.
Well, let me tell you about Lil John, first of all.
He's a goddamn liar, that bitch.
Kid is not someone you should be talking to, for starters.
Yeah, you're right. It'll probably get me in trouble. He is 12,
Second off, I mean, he's just lying to you, dude. He's lying to you. I mean,
You know what, though? I told him, though, he's an honorable man. He goes to church on Sunday. He still believes in Santa. I don't see why he would lie to me.
I haven't seen it. All right, so I don't believe it, but I mean, if I saw him in church, for Sunday Mass, I'd believe it. But
but you're saying
he's never there
on the court, in the rink, in the park, he's an unhonorable man.
Well, in the rink, he's a little sketchy. He likes to he likes to do drugs in the bathroom and
John, my neighbor.
Yeah, little Johnny.
Been doing drugs in the bathroom?
Bathroom of the Morristown inline roller rink, man.
But let's be honest, though. I mean, if you're going to play hockey, I'd probably be doing drugs.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you can't join the league unless you drink beer. That's like the thing is you got to be drinking the beers to play the game, which is a good rule.
That's a good rule for any league. I wish more things required, alcohol for entry.
Well, beer league, I guess is the name of the game.
Yeah, well, I told you this yesterday, though. I feel like just the alcohol and the roller skates is like a Wile E. Coyote type of deal, You're almost asking for it,
It is
little meep, Roadrunner.
Wile E. Coyote type of deal, huh?
Well, yeah, he gets into explosions. Wile E. Coyote, he runs into the walls.
Yeah.
Roadrunner, puts up the thing.
Yeah.
Roadrunner, if you will, is that Miller Lite. You take that Miller Lite, then you're confused. Then you're doing Wile E. Coyote shit, going skates right into little Johnny, headfirst into the wall.
Yeah, we'll put it that way, then you're right, I guess. But
you're telling me that's not how hockey went for you yesterday.
No, that's not how it went. That's not how it went. It went good, though. I beer per goal. So, you get a goal, you drink the beer. And you get a goal, you drink the beer. So, it was a good night, feel a nice little buzz, on the way. You saying
you have to, sub out and, down a beer?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, the way I drank beers over
How does that go? I didn't
what do you
try
mean,
a beer a goal?
So I didn't try to line it up.
Score, you got to, down it?
Well, no, that's not how it works. So I just drink beer casually, right? Oh, am I not close enough here? Am I not close enough?
It's got to make sure that it picks up the audio good, First time cast, with the guy. First time pod over here. I just want to let you know, just keep it, nice and tight, nice and close.
Yeah, all right. But give me some slack here.
I'm cutting you some slack. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, I apologize to the viewers if you guys couldn't hear me.
Yeah, sorry, Mom.
Yeah, sorry, Mr.
We can send this to your mom too. She can watch.
Yeah,
look at our boys out there.
Rather not. No. So yeah, I just drank the beer casually, but it ended up being that I had 4 beers at the end of the night and 4 goals. So it was like a goal.
Oh, it just worked out.
A goal of beer, just worked out. Yeah.
Oh, so when you go to the bench, you get that Gatorade bottle, but it's full of beer instead of water.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I usually drink in the locker room. Dude, if you're drinking on the bench and then you gotta go, there's only one sub. It's teams of 5 and it's 4v4, so it's you got one sub and you can't just be guzzling beer on the bench because you're gonna go out there and
there'd be nobody playing. You guys would be all sitting there.
Well, I mean, you're probably just gonna yak up. Really, I would at least. I mean, I get pretty close to yakking in those games without the beer. So.
Well, we know that because in our drunken wrestling matches, we're like, damn.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done that,
Yeah, 1 minute into a wrestling match and I'm done, dude.
Couple drunken wrestling matches have happened here.
It's honestly pretty crazy because I play with people who are a lot of 30 and over people with families and shit, right? And and I literally like I can't last as long as I'm on like on the ice. Like like I'm out there for 4 minutes and I need to get the fuck off, and they're all yelling at me. They're like, "How are we like still out? Like you got to get out." I'm like,
Professional drinkers, do you think like that's a thing? Do you think when we get older we'll be better at drinking or worse at drinking?
I don't know.
Because like I feel like, you know, shout out Dad. My father's a great drinker, you know, a way better drinker than I am currently. And you're telling me right now, I mean, there's something about that. Just an old man just like drinking that bottomless Miller Lite, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing is, I don't know about you, but I feel like in my youth, like I've already hit my drinking peak, I feel like.
That's what you think, though.
Yeah, that's for at least me. Like, I don't ever see myself drinking as much as I drank like 3-4 years ago. Like,
yeah, but I feel like,
that was
here's the
peak,
thing. You have
liquor.
a kid and a family. Maybe you catch a second win that we're overlooking.
That's the thing.
That's what you're telling me. These older men,
look, they've
with
seen
families,
it all. They've seen it all.
They're good. They're drinking better than you. They're less winded than you. They're better equipped. I mean, think about it. Think about like how good at drunk driving adults are. You know?
Oh, well, they do it all the time.
Outstanding.
They do it all the time. It's basically legal for an adult to drunk drive. You know? if you're like if you're an adult over 40 and you have like a nice car. Like you're good to go as long as you're not swerving all over the place.
If you have kids,
like
you
like
live in the suburbs.
You just hit the bar.
You're wearing a button-down shirt. You know, you're wearing a shirt with at least one button on it.
Yeah.
You could definitely drunk drive
or something. No, yeah, for
Not
sure.
me. I'd never drunk driving in my entire life.
Well, of course not.
I have drunk scootered, but I feel like that doesn't really count. You know, like you could drunk hockey apparently, this is the first time I'm finding that out.
Yeah. Drunk hockey is honestly very fun.
I feel like not a lot of sports and drinking go together. You know, obviously you have golf. You know, golf and drinking go hand in hand.
Golf and drinking is the number one combo, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, number one combo is drinking and smoking, though. Maybe.
Yeah, that's not a sport, though, is it?
Okay.
Unless we make it one.
Okay, yeah, it's not a sport.
Could be.
I mean, you just said ultimate combo, though. You didn't say ultimate sport.
No,
combo.
yeah.
And you got me thinking. I mean, there's better combos than golf and beer. I mean,
for the ultimate like sport beer combo, golf and beer.
Golf and beer.
What
about bowling?
Ooh, bowling. See,
bowling is a good.
Yeah, that might be even better.
Is a good sport with drinking. I think the only thing is like very different because bowling is like a nighttime activity. You go out, you have a couple brews. I realized I didn't set the timer up. You know how unprofessional.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
We're just winging it. Anyways.
We're however far. Anyway, bowling and very different though. You go out, you know, maybe there's some ladies. Golf is like a daytime, you know, you're out with the boys activity.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, huh? I didn't think of it that way. It's like a lot of bowling alleys have like decent sized bars in them, you know, and it can kind of turn into like a little popping spot at night. Like you can get the girls around the lane and you're, you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Tossing strikes, knocking fucking JMO back and just
fucking bowling them turkeys out here like it's Thanksgiving,
you're fucking bald.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think maybe that was more fun when you're bald.
I feel like a lot of bowlers are bald now. Like the best bowlers with like getting all the chicks and the money are all bald. Yeah.
They try to match the bowling ball a little bit.
That
like
might
how
be
a
it.
pet owner looks
maybe
like the pet.
They try to like
the bowler tries to look like the ball.
Like, make themselves aerodynamic like the ball.
Be the ball.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, dude, I mean, there's a lot of fucking bald people who can just rip bowling balls.
I mean,
dude.
think about it. You probably got holes just like a bowling ball. You know. Like if you were to like pick up a person, maybe. I mean, you got one hole at least.
Maybe a baby.
Yeah.
Maybe a baby.
Yeah.
Good
what do you think about maybe like archery and shooting? You know, hunting and beer. That's a sport.
That's a sport. Wow, that's, you know, I always forget about that as like an actual like competitive sport because there's like leagues.
I don't know. You got me thinking about. I mean, obviously you have stuff like hacky sack or what do they call that?
Hacky sack, is that a thing? I think it is. I think it is a thing.
Well, hacky sack is a thing, but I'm thinking of more of like you throw the hacky sack.
Yeah, no, I know what you're. It's like a country. Oh, okay, that's not what I was thinking about. All right, I was thinking of like some country game. It's called like. No, I don't know. I don't know, some country game.
Wiffle ball, I mean, if you think about it, almost everything goes well with drinking. Except for, like, basketball. I would not drink and play basketball.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's the same thing as hockey, though. You know, I feel like basketball and hockey, you kind of give out the same amount of effort.
About the hockey thing.
Yeah.
Yes. No, they're very similar sports. You're running back up and down the court.
Well,
if anything, I would say hockey might be more challenging depending on if it's skates or rinks.
Are there beer leagues for basketball?
I'm
sure there's got to be one out there.
I've never heard of that. I think because here's the thing. I think it's more of like and I hate to go there, but I think it's a race thing. You know, you got a lot of white dudes playing hockey, and I think white dudes, if we're going to be honest, are more into drinking.
It is mainly just white dudes playing hockey, really. I mean, sad truth. I mean, it's slowly getting better.
Into some degenerate drinking. I think basketball is more of like a sport that people show up to high.
Yeah, well, basketball, no. Basketball on the list is low. It's definitely low. But, dude, I was going to say baseball.
I was going to say wiffle ball even.
Baseball or wiffle ball, yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball would be like great. Dude, people are packing lips like while they're playing baseball. Like,
yeah, no, baseball is a
drugs.
great drinking sport. I'd agree. All the time you get to sit on the bench. I mean, listen, I'd be on the on deck circuit. Go ahead, cut me in line. I'm gonna stay here.
Like, listen, I'm okay here. Y'all go when I'm ready.
I'm gonna stay here. See about maybe one of those, those old what do they call that with the guy with the he's on the mound. He's got that sack in his hand. I'd see about maybe stealing that sack from the pitcher.
You're talking about the catcher.
Nah, the pitcher's got the sack on the mound.
The pitcher doesn't have a sack. What do you mean?
He goes to the back of the mound and then he grabs some like sack and whatever.
Does he? Is that what he does?
I think they call it a rosin bag. Is that what he does? What I was getting at is I'd be letting them bat before me, going to the back, grabbing a little rosin bag, taking the rosin out, putting some cocaine in there, and getting wild on the bench. I wouldn't be playing any baseball that day.
Well, they were probably doing that back in the 80s, dude.
Dude, they put Coke in Pepsi.
Yeah.
Well, Coca-Cola, not Pepsi.
Yeah.
That's why they're worse.
They were definitely high on drugs playing sports back in the day.
Definitely high on drugs.
That's for sure.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think we get high enough on drugs these days?
As like a total, as like the youth, like a youth in like average thing? Or
I was going to say maybe me and you.
Just like us. All right.
But, like, I mean, you could give me a broader spectrum, or maybe you could do it for, like, Alex and...
Yeah, I mean, for just the youth as a total, like, as the younger generations, like, move on up the scale, right? Yeah. I think the younger it gets, like, the more drugs it is. I think that's how it's going these days.
Well, I'm really concerned, honestly, because my brother doesn't do any drugs. He doesn't drink...
Well, okay.
I honestly think he doesn't even touch himself, and it really...
He's not jerking?
He probably does that, let's be honest.
He's definitely jerking. Yeah.
Yo,
you just don't want to believe it.
I just don't know anymore with the kids these days, Are they robots? Are they, integrated AI that don't even have penises anymore? Sorry.
Yeah, you really never know.
That's vulgar.
Yeah, it's vulgar.
It's vulgar, but it's the truth. It's a true thought.
Yeah, it's an odd truth, but maybe we'll buff those scratches out later.
We'll buff those scratches out later.
We'll fix that. Oh, and look at that. Look who's
Yep, well,
we knew that would happen.
Somebody's calling. It's actually Friday, August 12th today.
Is it Friday, August 12th?
That's I read it right off the top of my little MacBook.
I thought you just kind of knew that in your head, and I was going to be impressed. I was going to be impressed. I knew it was Friday.
Knew it was August.
I did know that.
Knew it was August.
One of the Fridays in August.
I was 2 for 2 on that. I would have just had to the 12. I wouldn't have got that. Let's be honest. I wouldn't have got that without the thing right there.
You definitely sniped it.
I hit that bad boy right on the mark.
Looking at the.
It's Friday, August 12th. It's 6:46. Me and Sam, we figured we'd come back. We'd have a little chat with you guys.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like we should just run through our day here.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting them at.
Yeah, I think it would be good for people to know what we're up to. I think we should. Yeah,
tell them what we're up to.
All right, so I'm at home this morning. I wake up, I work, I do my usual thing, coffee, all that. And I get a text from Nardone. He says, "You want to do a podcast later?" I was like, "Yes, I fucking love."
I like
these
to say it cool though. I like to text, be like, "Let's do the pod later."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. However you fucking phrased it.
You know, or I call it the cast, but never the podcast, the pod or the cast, because both of those are kind of like slang hip terms.
Right.
And I'm trying to get more in with them youths, you know, because I'm looking to attract maybe like a girlfriend between the ages of 18 and 19. So I got to
Well, I mean,
that's a joke. Okay?
Can't say anything about that. It's legal.
That's, yeah. But, you know, it's, yeah.
It's definitely a joke.
It's definitely a joke. But yeah, our days, you know, I wrangled Sammy in, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, I
wrangled him over here.
I got the text from Alec. He said, "You want to do the pod?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
What went through your head when I said that?
Yeah,
were you immediately concerned that I would ask the hard-hitting questions?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I know your pods are kind of, you know, loosely based off of
nothing,
dreams and things.
Yes,
but no,
my pods.
The first
are loosely based off dreams,
off of lucid dreams or something.
Lucid dreams and nightmares.
That's a good title right there. I like it.
Lucid dreams and nightmares. And poems and poetry.
And poetry.
I read little Shel Silverstein poems, and that inspires me.
Dude, no, but the first thing I thought of
the movie.
Good movie.
Sorry.
The first thing I thought of when you asked me to do the pod was these fucking microphones, dude. Remember the last time we were all here, you know, doing
we were doing the reason we're doing this today, Saturday. Is we were doing a fake pod or like a non-recorded podcast in the backyard. You know, we like to drink, like we said. We like to, you know, like I asked, you know, is our drug consumption high enough? You know, on this day in particular, we were knocking it out of the park. We were checking all the boxes. We were doing a great job. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we really were. That was a good day. You know, we kind of sparked the idea for the podcast then, and look at it now. It's coming into fruition.
Yeah, we sparked the idea for the podcast, and you know, we smoked the whole thing, but we rolled up another idea, you know, to spark for you today. Yes, you fine folk. What do you think we talked about that night? That was
I can't tell you.
That was a wild
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Wild movie. Remember. Yeah, crazy movie. Made no sense at all, actually.
You know what I really wondered, though? Like, you know, I might have taken some things that make you think about that unlock those mystery doors, if you will. You know, ate some magic mushrooms off of God's green earth, you know, to unlock some mystery doors. And I thought, you know, did they make Scooby-Doo for people that are this high? Like,
I think it was.
They got me with some of that
crafted.
stuff.
Well, I think the trick is the guy who wrote it was that high when he did it.
He must have been. Because, like, I was trying to, like, decipher it.
I mean.
And then he was tricking me. He kept tricking me with the plot. He was like, oh, you think I'm going to do this?
You know.
Oh, you think I'm going to do this?
No.
You know, oh, well, watch this, huh, guy? You know?
For the viewers, we're talking about
some shit.
Scooby-Doo, the movie. It's like the live-action one, and it's the second one, right?
No, it's the first one.
Or is it the first one? It's the one with the island.
You would think it's the second one. You know,
might be the first one.
Wrap your brain for a second. You know, think what Scooby-Doo is the island one. You'd probably be hard pressed to not offer up a 2. You
could have
know,
sworn it was a 1 or a 2,
and we all thought it was 2. And we skimmed the whole thing, but they weren't on an island at any point. You know, at one point they were on a peninsula, but it wasn't a full island. You know, still touched the land in that one spot there.
Yeah, that movie was honestly ridiculous. The twist at the end, and it's going to be a spoiler, but Scrappy-Doo is the hot chick.
The movie came out in 2002, so. No, Scrappy-Doo wasn't the hot chick.
No, he's the
monster.
Mr. Bean. He's Mr. Bean.
Oh, he's Mr. Bean.
Scrappy-Doo's inside of Mr. Bean, and he pops out, and Mr. Bean's like a fucking robot the whole time. And it was,
Now, was the girl evil, though? What did we get out of that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
She was possessed.
I thought she was Scrappy-Doo. Someone was saying she was Scrappy-Doo.
Well, we were trying to figure out if she was evil or not, and I don't think we really got to the bottom of that.
Yeah,
we saw the whole damn movie.
I don't think we did.
Because, you know, there's the girl Mary Jane in the movie with, you know, Scooby and Shaggy and, like, you know, everybody, the whole movie, there's a whole internal struggle between Scooby and Shaggy.
Right.
You know, because Scooby's like, why are you giving this girl all my attention? Like you should be giving me
Right.
your dog
Yeah,
all this attention.
Scooby and Shaggy have what we like to call a little character development in writing.
Yeah,
And,
they went through a little hardship.
They went through some stuff in the book, and they ended up coming clean out of it. So
yeah, they came together. It was a hard thing because there were times where Scooby was like, I know she's evil, but Shaggy didn't trust Scooby because you had this blonde lady, beautiful lady with the tits,
Yeah,
but I hear you. This is your dog. You've known Scooby-Doo your whole life. I mean, it's goddamn. The show is named after him, and you're forgetting about this guy for some sweet-looking blonde lady.
Yeah, no, Scooby-Doo.
So classic stuff, really.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo is really just one of a kind in the movie department.
Yeah, we'd encourage you to give it a watch.
We didn't get to see the second one, but we'd like to watch that soon.
Yeah, we might have to donate to a BG, and help the kids.
Yeah, we will do that. All right, so let's do like a mid break pause here. I love to talk about Scooby-Doo all the time, but I really want to just get on something that I've been personally thinking about for a while now.
Okay.
And I'm glad I thought of it while I'm on the podcast because I'd like to hear your thoughts. So, as you know, I've been
Take charge, cuz. I like it.
Yeah. All right, so I've been really looking into telescopes. Lately.
Looking into them, like, as in, like, you've been looking into the lens of the telescopes?
No,
you've been looking at pictures of telescopes online?
Pictures of telescopes online. I want to buy a really sweet telescope and, try to see some aliens or something because, you can apparently see pretty far with them.
Interesting. Now, didn't you send me some of these pictures of the Hubble or the New Space Telescope? Did we talk about this?
Yeah, I
feel like we briefly might have touched on
definitely
this.
talked about that with a lot of people because that hyped me the fuck up.
Yeah, you liked those pictures.
Dude, I'm all for space, dude. Like, if they put people on Mars, sign me up. I am there.
Damn, did you read my notes at all, cuz?
No.
You know what's really crazy? Like, you say that, I'll show you my notes, but
what was that one of the
that was one of the notes. I wanted
life
to
on Mars?
Talk about Mars a little bit with you.
Well, that's a good.
But what I really wanted to get at, which was interesting that I heard this week, Big Elon's been talking about space a lot, been talking about the colonization of Mars.
Right.
But let's backtrack a bit. You've been interested in a telescope. You want to see what's going on out there?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm just super stoked on space, dude.
Curious
Aliens,
George out
man.
here, huh?
Aliens, dude. So many more scientists every day are just coming out and saying, there's, the pyramids in Egypt are, literally unbuildable for people with that, kind of technology back in the day.
Yeah.
It's been, disproven, literally, by so many other more and more people keep coming to this realization that is fucking insane.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
There were so many interesting things that I heard the other day on this topic, so I'll give you a few of them to start off with,
No, just
the aliens topic, the Pentagon admitted, in documents that they have unidentified flying objects,
Yeah.
Not that there are particularly aliens, but I think the government has admitted a couple different ways, and I think the way that they've worded this is that they have spacecraft not of this world or something like that. Not that they've particularly found, little grays or whatever.
Right. No, they have a bunch of stuff that
Yeah, but they admitted it though. Obviously we talk about this and that, and this guy crashed on this day. But really it was just Scully and Mulder in the X-Files. On TV.
So have you heard of that new movie? It's called Nope.
Despicable Me.
No. the Minions, the new Minions movie. No. It's called Nope.
Yeah,
it's by,
I have.
It's
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele. So it was about kind of
Not
aliens,
confused
right?
with Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
or Banana Peels.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. In that movie, dude. In that movie, I learned something, right? Because it's kind of about aliens.
You saw that? That came out real recently.
Yeah,
huh?
I saw it in theaters.
Was that good? Yeah.
Eh.
Really?
Yeah, it was alright.
He's been you know what? I never saw Get Out. And I didn't see any of his other stuff.
Did you see Get Out?
No, I never saw that.
That's why I watched this one, because Get Out was like
a good movie, right? Well, that's what everybody said. Like, it was like critically acclaimed and stuff like that. Not that I, follow what the critics have to say.
Well, the critics,
I'm my own critic, and you're your own harshest critic.
What they said in this movie about the aliens was, so the government released all those photos, called them UFOs, right? Like unidentified flying objects, and like when everyone started like tuning in, right? They changed the name. It's called like UAP now or something.
They have changed the name, haven't they? You're right.
Yeah, and probably it's because like people were looking up UFOs, and now they just don't get any searches.
Well,
no one knows this new name.
I think they changed it to make it more like broad, so that it's not specifically like an otherworldly spacecraft. Like, there's a lot of like people being like, "Oh, it's just China. Like, we don't know what they're up to,"
That's true.
Because like. What's super interesting is some of the stuff that we were hearing about. There's a couple really like interesting things that I heard on this. One that we are the aliens, and then two that if there are aliens, like why have they not shown us?
Oh yeah, we are the aliens, huh? That's interesting. No, continue.
Yeah. Like, who's to say that we aren't the aliens that have inhabited this planet somehow? But then like on a different level.
Well, we're aliens to other aliens, like.
Well, yeah.
They would consider us, in our language, as aliens.
No, but think about how invasive of a species, if you will,
weird.
the humans have been to this planet, and how different, if you will, we are to everything that's on this planet.
Yeah, that's very true.
We're really like the only like, and it's so wild to think. Like, are we saying that the honeybees and these dogs aren't conscious? Like, it's really like when you start breaking this down, you start getting into like, well, what separates us from the dogs and shit, man? Then it's like, well, are we aliens to this planet? But that's a wild thought.
That is a wild thought.
That's a wild thought. But then a more like realistic, graspable thought is like how come they haven't shown us themselves at this point?
Dude, I mean.
And maybe they have, and we just don't know what we're looking at.
There's just like so much we don't know. Like, the universe is like infinitely big to our knowledge.
Infinitely big, but 4 billion years old.
Right.
So potentially any of these, faraway lands would have had, just as enough, if not more. Like, I mean, what? Our specific solar system, I think, is relatively young. Our specific planet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the odds of like
Yeah.
this happening, like the world and life, like on Earth, is like 1 to billions, bro.
Yeah.
Billions.
But if those guys are out there, potentially they've had enough time to figure out how to get to us. If not, I mean, if there, because like if there is a super like advanced species out there that's traveling planet to planet, wouldn't they have discovered us by now if they figured that out?
Dude, it's so big. Like, it's so fucking massive. Like,
what do you think? Like searching in your sock drawer for like.
There's an analogy that it was like looking for life in space is like digging in the ocean with like a teaspoon.
Damn. Like looking for like a pair of matching socks in your sock drawer.
Like, that's how fucking
way
big
harder
this
than
shit
that,
is,
yeah.
dude. 1 light year is like a billion like miles or some shit, like some ridiculous like number. I'm not even sure. It's probably like 1 million something, right? And there's galaxies that are like 1 billion like light years away.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trusting you on this one,
dude. No. 1
I
light
believe
year.
you.
1 light year is an insane number of miles. I know that as a fact. And there are galaxies that are just like, thousands and thousands of light years away, and it's like almost unreachable, like unimaginable. Like, you'd have to like find.
Well, I guess you're totally right, because going
teleporting
back to
or
the
something.
telescopes, like until recently, you haven't even been able to get pictures of this stuff. So how would we get out there? Yeah.
Well, dude, I think it's the government. They're like trying to hide the fact that like they know,
What do they know, really?
I don't know. That's the thing. And that goes all the way into the like topic of the government and the man just controlling everything.
I know, that's a scary topic.
We don't even know that this isn't like a simulation, right? Like,
I know. Well, we don't. Well, you know what's crazy is like somebody said to me the other day, they were like, well, think about like what an ant thinks of you. And that's a wild thought. Like, because like what if the aliens are looking at us the way we look at an ant? Do you think an ant knows what we are? Do you think an ant can even perceive what we are?
no, I don't. Like, I think an ant just sees us as like something like that
maybe
makes it
like
say
the
like,
way
oh
we see
shit,
the
I'm gonna
clouds.
get killed
Like,
or something.
They move, but we don't really understand it.
If an ant's just crawling around, right?
Yeah.
And you don't touch it, it's just gonna keep crawling around. But if you like poke at it, it's gonna start like running away, right? So that makes you think it like knows that that's danger, right?
Well, it could understand. Yeah, but danger is easy to perceive. You know, like if the ocean is dangerous, you know, if the waves are big, you know, you understand there's danger, and you're like, I'm out of here. But like you don't really understand the ocean.
No.
You know, like
I know what you're saying.
Like they know, oh, that finger's gonna smash me if it gets to me.
Yeah.
But I doubt they really have a clue what we are. So like, imagine the aliens are looking at us the way we look at ants. Like we're maybe not even thinking about it the way that it needs to be thought about.
That's crazy to think of too, because planets can be like, you know, way bigger than Earth. Earth is a small planet, so it's not insane to think that like these other species of like intelligent life could be like huge beings, right? Like Jupiter could
That's
fit,
what I'm saying.
Jupiter
or
could fit
anything.
like a fuck ton of Earths inside of it, right? And there's planets out there that are like way bigger than Jupiter. So who's to say that like on these planets, like something in the atmosphere just makes life like grow, like dinosaur, like dude, there were dinosaurs, you know, on this planet. That's a huge animal.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, I guess the thing is like more like if we were in the simulation, like if we were in a tiny box that somebody was like simulating our existence.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
They would be looking at us like massively, you know, from like raining, you know, upon us. That, you know, but I think maybe the solar system, you know, disproves the fact that we're in a simulation, but I don't know. I mean, maybe they're just telling us that the solar system exists to throw us off the fact that who knows? That's the thing.
The crazy thing is the idea of this like metaverse, dude. Like this new like virtual reality universe.
I don't really know much about all this.
That we're like, dude, it's insane. There's like companies now that are like having meetings in the metaverse. Like
what does that mean though? Just like they're on Zoom, like they're just like FaceTiming,
in virtual reality. Like
they're wearing VR headsets.
Yes,
and they're like different desks,
dude. And have you ever worn one of those VR headsets?
Honestly, no, I haven't put one of those on yet.
Dude, you need to try that because it's crazy. You teleport like you are not like, you know, in your room anymore.
Yeah, but
everywhere you look is
so what? You're just different. Like playing like VR like meeting.
Yeah, it's like, weird, dude. It's weird. I don't really understand
first mission,
the whole
walk to chair. And then you're like in your house, how do I get to the chair? And they're all like sitting down at a board meeting like, you just hit the A button, George.
Like, pass me that document.
How do I sit in my chair? George, it's the A button.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it's like that. Maybe it is because, like,
well,
who knows?
I'm saying, like, why wouldn't you just like FaceTime or
exactly,
like, why
or just like, meet on Zoom?
Like, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, have a nice Zoomer, you know.
But it's crazy how like that's like a thing, and like we're able to create that.
I
like
didn't really know that goes on.
Yeah, dude, I
know that the metaverse exists.
Like LinkedIn and shit.
Well, sometimes I think about the fact that we're kind of in the metaverse when we play Call of Duty, if you will.
Exactly, dude. And think about like 20 years, those are like kids like who are gonna be our age now are gonna probably be like playing Call of Duty in Call of Duty, like VR. Like,
but we're almost playing Call of Duty. Like, yeah, we're sitting at our house, but like we're constantly communicating with each other, and like we don't have a VR headset on, but we're essentially in Call of Duty. Like that's what our person is sitting in the chair. Yeah, our person is sitting in the chair, you know, with all the stuff on. But like if you have the VR headset on and your hands are down and you're just controlling it with your mind, you know, we're just doing it a little more analog. We have a controller and like a headset.
It is,
and there's a screen.
Yeah,
but we're essentially
like we have full control over like what that person does.
Yeah,
right?
But there's obviously rules to what that person could do.
Right.
You know, but it's pretty much like like obviously that person can't pull his pants down and start jerking off.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, I think that's honestly.
That.
I think that's like the difference, though, bro. Like, I feel like in the in the metaverse, you could just pull your pants down and start wanking.
GTA though, like you could do a lot of things.
Like, dude, you could
pull out a gun.
Yeah, well, that's a game, right? I'm just talking about like in the VR, like because I guess you go into VR and it's like there's like a base place where like you are, right, and then you like click on shit to like get to what game you want. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Kind of like how you turn on your Xbox and you're on the home screen. And then you
exactly.
Yeah.
Except you're like standing in a room and like you're seeing shit like floating around and you're like clicking it, which is kind of fucking unreal.
Which is cool, but that's essentially what we're doing. We're in the room.
Right.
The room is just on a screen.
Yeah. It's just,
I mean, I guess
it's a whole
it's
different
way
thing.
more immersive, but like it kind of, the technology and the idea behind it, I feel like is kind of still similar. While it might be more immersive, you know, and I don't even know how much more immersive I need it to be, because it's like when we're playing COD, like, you know, I'm eating a sandwich, you know, I got my water.
Yeah.
You know, I'm also existing in the real world.
Right.
I'm still like,
you're like on your
my
phone in between
yeah,
rounds.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
VR eliminates that. You know?
Yeah. Like, you know, I'm packing a lip, you know, doing all kinds of things. Like, that's wild.
No, it is wild, but I think it'd be really cool to like eventually be able to play COD and like that and like squad up with the homies like in VR. And just like, dude, when you're like shooting at people, you're just like fucking like.
How long do you think we'll play COD
gotta,
for?
like,
Do you think we'll play COD for the rest of our lives?
Dude, probably. I don't know.
That would be sick. That
I wouldn't
would be
mind it.
absolutely sick.
Maybe
if we're in like that VR with the
yeah,
whole
dude.
Well, have you seen the thing where the guy's like strapped into like a vest or something, and he like can like run and everything?
I
like,
have actually, and it's like a treadmill.
Yeah. It's like a ball treadmill or something. That.
I know exactly.
And he like has like, and he's like doing everything. Because that's always what I think about. Every time you go to like, well, how would I play VR COD? You would still need to like almost press the run button unless you had like a treadmill that you could run on. Like, I don't know exactly how that would work.
Yeah. I don't know.
Almost every game you need to like move. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they have that in these new VR games, but that's like, then you have to like walk around and stuff. And unless you have like some empty like, then you almost need to like be in a VR empty room.
Yeah.
To like do that.
The thing is like I guess you like press forward, right? To like walk forward. You don't actually like walk. For like the this one, I guess.
For the VR stuff, yeah.
But it shows you there's like an ever like existing like circle around you, right? And if you go near that circle, it like shows that circle and it's like, hey, this is out of bounds. Like you're gonna hit something in your room, you know, like if you go outside of this, yeah. So that's how.
But you're pressing the forward button, because I haven't played any of these.
Yeah,
so like
that's how you like walk forward.
It
might be like even like a fucking march motion. I don't remember. It was sick though.
I feel like that's because
I don't think it is. I think it's like a forward button.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, but I feel like we've been playing COD for a long time, and like I kind of like, you know, I feel like it's different because it's more of like, you know, obviously it's the game that we play for some reason. Well, you know, I feel like it gets our hunter, you know, instinct out. You know, we're on the hunt. And we're being competitive, and we have teamwork.
The hunter instinct is always there,
and we're there. You know, like it's all of us. Yeah. You know, I think it's a wild game though. I wonder, like, I think I've played it, Warzone specifically, more than any game I've ever played before. And we talked about this the other day. But I think it's wild. I wonder if we're 35 and we still.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy, dude. Imagine that, like on the fucking PS5 or whatever. Like,
well, the thing is, our parents didn't
tech,
like my dad still has his Game Boy Advance in his desk. You know,
does he?
I don't know how often.
I think I still have a Game Boy Advance with like.
Well, you know,
Mario
he doesn't have the Advance. He has like the old one, the one that's like not color or anything like that.
Oh, like the rectangle.
Mm-hmm. Like the gray rectangle, like the one that he had when he was a kid.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know if he still plays that. You know,
that's crazy. That's like the old one. Like,
yeah, he plays like brick. What is it called?
Brick Breaker.
Not Brick Breaker.
Is it like the one with like the?
Is that a different? What's that game? Not Yahtzee.
Dude, Galaga.
Not Galaga. Where it drops the little squares. And it like moves them over to the left. Tetris. There
you go.
Yeah.
Dropping squares. Yeah.
I think that's the theme song. Like, no, what is that? That's football.
Song. That's not. Yeah, I was like, dude, that is not the Tetris.
What is the Tetris theme song though? It's like something similar to that.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know.
All right. Well, do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to say? This actually is our guest, Sam, today.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever went over that.
Yeah, no. Well, we thought we'd save it for the end.
Well, I said hello, and then we kind of just got into it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had shit to say, so.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I got any closing thoughts here.
Yeah, but this is episode 36 of Rainbows and Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even say that in the beginning.
Is that what it is now?
That is what it is. You know, 35 was out yesterday or whatever that means to the viewer, because They have no concept of. I told them what the dates are. Okay,
Right.
you could Google this if you're really interested.
Yeah, figure it out.
35 came out a couple days ago. 36 with Sammy Shaps, baby.
If you really want to know, you can find it out.
If you really want to know, you can find it out.
Yes, sir. Fucking pleasure being here, man.
Yeah,
pleasure
no,
being
great
here.
to have you. Maybe we'll do another one of these someday in the future, you know?
Yeah, dude.
We
Yeah.
could talk more about how scary space is. And things like that.
Yeah, that's the stuff I'd like to, to discuss. Space and all that. You know, I'm the number one guy for that.
You're our Neil deGrasse Tyson over here, huh? We'll come to you for our space stuff.
Yeah, call me Neil. Call me Neil.
Call me Neil.
Call me Neil.
Well, nice to meet you, Neil. Yeah, we just wanted to pop in. We got to pop out, though. You know, we got a Shmiheen dog calling us and stuff like that.
There's places to be.
Worried
tonight.
about
there's
women and
places
things.
to be. There's issues to be had as well.
There's beers to drink, and there's places to be, and there's issues to be had.
Yes,
we got to
sir.
get on that. So till
been a pleasure.
next time, it's been a pleasure.
Cheers,
What
friends.
did you say before? You said something good before. There was a line.
I don't know. Well,
Okay.
we can cut it if we want, but we'll keep it. I like it.
We like it.
We like it. That's it.